Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another daily crypto update. Today we're going to talk about what's going on with the general market. We're also going to go over our normal schedule. And to go over what's happening right now, we just saw cryptocurrencies pull back here over the past couple hours. And is this something to be worried about? To be honest, it depends, right? I'll go over this in much more detail in the technical analysis side of things in just a second. But what we're seeing here is a pullback that for now is fine, right? Just our average pullback that we have been having, because you do have to remember that the market has been shaky. What is good though is that we have been making progress towards the upside, even though it seems like, every other day we have one of these pullbacks that could be a bit worrisome. Like I said, there's some critical levels that we don't want to see prices break through, and at that point we might get a bit more bearish. For now though, we're still okay, and we may re-enter a little bit of consolidation, but that is kind of expected, as we've seen that the market is trying to push higher, but we're still kind of struggling with that, and really still kind of struggling to be fully bullish again is the best way to put it. So as you can see here, a lot of cryptocurrencies in the red, anywhere between 3 and 10% for the most part. And let's jump right into the technical analysis on NANO. Of course, quick shout out to my Twitter if you want to get live cryptocurrency market updates. Have a link to that in the description of this video. And also make sure to check out my premium content. You can find monthly cryptocurrency buying opportunities there, as well as 5 high return cryptocurrencies for your 2018 portfolio. I actually just released 2 new buying opportunities recently, and I'll have a link to that in the description as well. So let's get started with the NANO technical analysis. What we saw happen with NANO was we did manage to, break above the uptrend line, and we actually dipped below that. We also lost our uptrend line support. Currently, though, we managed to get a nice little doji candlestick, and we actually reversed back above the downtrend line. So that is a good sign. Now, what I will say is that we have this other little downtrend line in the making now, and we'll see if we're able to get back above that. It's going to be pretty key as far as, pushing us higher in the short term, because otherwise what might happen is probably going to, flag a bit lower here in this little channel. Now, we could also fall back to around 120,000 Satoshis. I'll go ahead and put in that support level there. There is quite a support in that area, and it would be a logical level to go back down to. That's also where the moving average is. Different things could happen. What is important though, I'd say, is ideally we don't want to lose the support of this downtrend line right over here, right? Our longer term downtrend line. We really want to try to make sure we stay above that. Otherwise, we'll probably just be trading in this bigger range between 120,000 and 160,000 Satoshis. Let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin, which is obviously a very important cryptocurrency as far as gauging the general market strength. And Bitcoin, despite the fact that we had this kind of negative, inverse hammer candlestick with a pretty long upper wick, which means that buyers weren't able to sustain the higher prices, and we actually kind of shoved back down towards the downtrend line. The good thing with that is we are actually managing to stay above the downtrend line, as you can see by this very flat candlestick over here. And we just have a lot of support at around $10,000. We have our middle band there, also just a lot of support based on previous candlesticks. And we have everything we need, to keep the prices above $10,000 right now. But once again, we never know for certain. So if we do end up dropping below $10,000, it is pretty likely at that point that we are truly going to go towards the end of our symmetrical triangle formation before either breaking towards the upside or downside. So those are the two things that I'm looking at for a lot of these cryptocurrencies. Is, are we going to enter back into our consolidation, right? For Bitcoin, for example, it's going to be the symmetrical triangle. And then it's going to be a matter of waiting and seeing when we reach the end of the formation to which side we'll break out of. And that's really going to set the direction. Otherwise, the indicator is pretty flat right now, which kind of means that probably going to see some type of consolidation. Ideally, we want to remain above $10,000. That would be the more bullish scenario at this point. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum now and see what Ethereum has been up to. So Ethereum is dead center in its symmetrical triangle formation. It has been in this formation pretty consistently now for a while, and indicators are all very flat. Pretty much further confirms that for Ethereum, we're going to see more consolidation up until the end of our symmetrical triangle. At that point, right, we're going to get the break either to the upside or downside, and that'll set the trend. Now, Ethereum is the absolute best cryptocurrency in my opinion right now as far as gauging what the market will do next, because it's in this very clear pattern that's been proving pretty accurate right now. And it's just, a much more simple pattern to see what's happening with the market than some of these other cryptocurrencies. And basically what it's telling us right now is just more consolidation until we get that breakout. Bollinger Band's very flat as well, which is further confirming that, so not much else to say there. Let's go ahead and take a look at Litecoin. And Litecoin is actually kind of bearish. It depends on how you look at it. We just went negative on the MACD and histogram. RSI took a little bit of a hit. We're still above the 50 line though, which is good. And we're trying to get back above the middle band, right? That would be good. It looks like the Bollinger Bands might start to flatten out here a bit. We'll see if we'll be able to move a bit higher here in the short term. I should go ahead and put in our little downtrend line that we have in the making. What I think is going to happen here is, we're probably just going to act pretty flat, may see some downward pressure from this downtrend line until we break above it, the red line right here. So probably going to see some consolidation between $165 and $218. If we break either one of those important support and resistance levels, that will definitely tell us that we're ready to move higher or lower, depending if it's that $218 level or the $165 support level. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ripple, and hopefully Ripple is also remaining above its support levels. It has been for the time being. So what we're seeing here is a bit of a pullback, moving back lower towards our 84 cent and just our pink uptrend line over here. That's what we've been holding above. So as long as we continue to hold above that, no real reason to get concerned. Definitely kind of flat on the MACD and histogram. Same thing on the RSI really. We are below the downtrend line, holding above 40. So not too bad, but we just want to make sure that we don't drop below 84 cents. I'd say that would be the true bearish signal here, and that's pretty much in line with our uptrend line, of course, as far as telling us that we were about to move lower for Ripple. As long as we hold above that, we should be able to slowly but surely trend higher along the uptrend line. And yeah, Bollinger Band's still very flat, which kind of further proves that we're going to see some pretty tight, consolidation type price action. Let's go and see what's going on with NEO. And NEO was able to make a pretty nice move, not doing too bad here. A little bit of a lower high pattern over the past 3 candlesticks. We're now back below $140. With that being said, we are still nicely above our downtrend line. We're also holding nicely above our middle band, which is uptrending. Same thing with the Bollinger Bands. Indicators still looking pretty strong. Still all uptrending. We want to see if that can continue. Of course, if the markets gets weaker, NEO is probably going to take a little bit of a hit, but for now, it's actually holding up a lot better than other cryptocurrencies. It's just a fact of the matter. And I'll go ahead and put in our little uptrend line that we have here now in the making. So we'll see if we can hold above this level. I wouldn't be surprised if NEO actually does manage to do so, right? And it should be able to do it unless the market gets, really quite weak, and we see a lot of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin start to lose their support levels. In that case, NEO would probably lose out of the uptrend line. But if things just consolidate for a bit, I think NEO will come back towards this uptrend line, get a little bounce there, and then trend higher. So NEO not looking too bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next crypto, which is going to be, let's see, next up is Stellar Lumens. And Stellar actually took a hit yesterday. We're now experiencing a little bit of a green candlestick. Indicators not really showing any type of crossover and bullish signal. Still have a lot of selling volume. Not massive selling volume, but pretty consistent selling volume, and it's not dropping. So for now, until we break out of our downtrend line right over here, we're probably going to see the price push a little bit lower. We do have a bounce opportunity at 3,000 Satoshi, so I'll go ahead and put in that support level. And I'd say that is the critical level that we don't want to drop below, because if we do drop below 3,000 Satoshis, we're really going to start pushing closer to 2,500, maybe even 2,000 Satoshis, which is obviously not what we want to see here. Let's go ahead and take a look at Vertcoin and see if Vertcoin is managing to hold up. It looks like Vertcoin isn't doing too bad, actually getting a bit of a bounce off its uptrend line, and want to see if we can get back above the middle band. Definitely looks doable. Actually, we're slightly above it right now, so we'll see if that holds. As far as the Bollinger Bands go, slightly uptrending, indicators flattening out a bit, still no bearish crossover. That may happen if we start to lose the uptrend line. Anything could happen at this point, but until we see it lose the uptrend line, we should be able to continue to trend higher. But this does depend on what the rest of the market will do, because if things get weaker, I wouldn't be surprised to see it push back closer to $3.23, and that's definitely a level we don't want to go back below, because then we're probably going to be in for even more consolidation at the lower levels. Let's take a look at Lisk and see if Lisk has been able to hold up. It actually has been acting pretty weak. And yeah, this is further proven when cryptocurrencies act weak, it's not for nothing, right? There's definitely something going on there. Lisk, which has been pretty strong previously, has been acting a little bit weaker than expected. Now we're seeing it moving even a bit lower, right? I just drew in our downtrend line over here. I'll go ahead and put this other downtrend line in green, so you see this little channel that we're in between these two downtrend lines. And I do think the price will probably move a bit lower here. This is kind of our last bounce opportunity, to be honest, at around this $17.46 level, because if we lose that, we're going to be back below the downtrend line, probably going to be moving back towards $12, which is pretty low level for Lisk. And yeah, no real bullish signals on the indicators just yet, so wouldn't be surprised to see Lisk start to move lower unless we get some kind of bounce and we actually see the lower Bollinger Band expanding towards the downside. So could get a bit messy here for Lisk. Let's take a look at our next cryptocurrency, which is going to be, let's see, next crypto is Cardano, and let's see what Cardano has been doing. So we're currently experiencing Cardano dropping below 3,000 Satoshis. That's not what we wanted to see. It's not falling that quickly. Definitely took a little bit of a hit though. Indicators finding out, even looks like we might be able to get a little bounce here, but until we get that crossover, we can't really call for that move just yet. What is likely is we're probably going to start moving lower in this channel between our two red downtrend lines until we start to get some kind of bullish turnover either in the price action or on the indicators, because for now, no sign that we're going to get a reversal just yet, and could start trickling closer to 2,000 Satoshis if we really start, getting down in this down sloping channel. Let's go ahead and take a look at IOTA for our last cryptocurrency of the daily crypto update, and IOTA actually hasn't been doing that bad. We are experiencing a pullback. It's bouncing back towards, it's going back towards this short-term uptrend line. We'll see if it manages to hold that. Now, we still put in a higher low, but definitely with the market getting weaker, we could see the price go back towards $1.47. Actually, now that I just spotted, it looks like we have our next candlestick that did drop below the uptrend line. Could see the price start to move lower here. Bollinger Bands are still pretty flat, so I don't expect any kind of crazy drop. Probably just going to see some consolidation between $1.47 and $1.91 until the market gets some more strength. With that being said, everyone, this is the end of the daily crypto update. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Go follow me on Twitter for live cryptocurrency market updates. And don't forget to check out my premium content. Link to that in the description of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.